Today we'll start with SQLite, how to deal with the database SQLite. So last storage option, so far we have seen all of them: file, then shared preferences, internal storage, external storage, and today we'll start with SQLite. Right, what is a SQLite? Let's get the introduction first. What do you mean by SQLite? Can you see I am at the original page of the SQLite? This is a vendor's website, and you can see SQLite is self-contained, high reliability, embedded, full-featured, public domain SQL database engine. SQLite, right? Self-contained. See, and how many are the customers or the sponsors? These many people are giving some contribution to the SQLite, right? So SQLite is a lightweight database, very precisely lightweight, right? See, SQLite is an in-process library that implements a self-contained, serverless, zero configuration, transactional SQL database engine. The code for the SQLite is in the public domain and thus free for use of any purpose, commercial or the private. SQLite is most widely deployed database in the world, with the more applications than we count, including the several high profile projects. Your Firefox also uses internal database as SQLite. It is a lightweight database, remember that. It is a simple. Now what is a self-contained? Self-contained, see, SQLite is standalone or the self-contained in the sense that it has very few dependencies. That's why they are calling it as self-contained, right? Okay, then it is a serverless, so you don't need to install any server to work with the SQLite. Like if you want to work with the MySQL, you need to install the MySQL server and then you are going to use the MySQL client. So there is nothing like that over here. It is a serverless, right? Then zero configuration. Again, you don't need to make or you don't need to install any third party software. See, SQLite doesn't need to be installed before it is used, right? There is no setup procedure, there is no server process that need to be started, stopped or the configured. It is a zero configuration. If you have, you can use it, right? So that's about the zero configuration. And the transactional, it is a transactional database and it follows the ACID properties: atomicity, consistency, isolation and the durability are nothing but the four ACID properties, right? SQLite supports the transactions. So this is something about the SQLite, what SQLite can do. Okay, now how it has implemented in the Android. Okay, Android provides full support for the SQLite database. See, we are going to use something called as SQLite Open Helper, right? We are going to use something called as SQLite Open Helper, which is going to help us to manage the database creation and the version management. So SQLite Open Helper is an abstract class which is having two abstract methods: on create and on upgrade. These are the two abstract methods of the SQLite Open Helper class, right? And this is a recommended way to use it. Using the SQLite Open Helper is the recommended way to use, what you can say, the SQLite database, right? So SQLite database can be used with the SQLite Open Helper. See, this is nothing but your SQLite database. Let me show you your SQLite database. See this, this is the class that represents the SQLite DB. SQLite database, it is a public class. See, exposes methods to manage the SQLite database, right? SQLite database has a methods to create, delete SQL commands and perform other common database management tasks. So you can make anything with the SQLite DB class. But if you want to use the SQLite DB class, it is a recommended way to go with what? SQLite Open Helper. Right? How to deal with the SQLite Open Helper we'll see in the next tutorial. Right? So that's all about the introduction of your SQLite. Right? In the next tutorial we are going to see how to write the SQL Open Helper class that is going to help you to get the SQL database connection. Right? That's all about. If you like our videos, kindly subscribe us to the Code Cool channel on the YouTube. Okay.